Canceled Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton and Stephen Knight submitted a Man of Steel 2 treatment before it was halted. Let's go to the article. Here's the article right here, folks. Heat Vision, The Hollywood Reporter. So it's been floating around, and I've been seeing a lot of things about this today, of course. Talking about the madness that is happening, and they're kind of breaking some stuff down. It says, first was the public brouhaha over how much profit Warner's and New Line's Black Adam will eke out. That was the whole thing. Obviously, we're talking about that. Then came the THR article about Wonder Woman 3, which we've talked about that for a little bit here. It says Jenkins' ability to take notes or not became a central focus. The rap spilling the beans on contentious back and forth between Jenkins and Warner's Michael DeLuca, with her sending him a Wikipedia link to the definition of character arc. That was something that was mentioned. Haven't really talked about that, but, I don't know what exactly was going on with all that. I mean, the fact of the matter is, though, we got to remember that Jeff Johns was also helping out with that, too. On Thursday, Gunn weighed in. We've already talked about that as well. And then it says Man of Steel was stalled out. It's Kal-El with kryptonite ankle bracelets, which is a pretty funny little saying. At this point, not going anywhere, but it was on the move ahead of James Gunn and Peter Safran's arrival at DC, even though it was unclear how far in specific the incarnation would have gotten. Sources tell us Stephen Knight, the creator of Peaky Blinders and C, and, he's been, Eastern Promises, all that stuff. Apparently, he submitted a treatment for it before things could go to the next level, which may or may not have included hiring another writer, given Knight's very busy schedule. Gunn and Safran were hired, and development promptly ended. Crisis on Infinite Superman's Hamada had nada, but apparently he had something up his sleeve, which this doesn't even make sense. Just staying on topic of the dream to bring back Henry Cavill, Dwayne Johnson wasn't the only one who had that idea. Former head of DC Films, Walter Hamada, was also working on a long-range plan to return Superman and Cavill to DC cinematic fold. Okay, but how were you going to return? Where was his exit? That's what I don't get. Sources tell us that cameos for the forthcoming DC movies the next year would have breadcrumbed to a giant tentpole movie inspired by the now classic Crisis on Infinite Earths of the 1980s. A comics miniseries featured multiple timelines and heroes from the dimensional Earths, and just as the Flash movie would be returning Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck in their Batman incarnations, this new movie project would have returned Cavill as Supes. I just still don't get that. But of course, Johnson thankfully pushed beyond that. And then we have The Great Beyond. In the aftermath of the news of Wonder Woman 3 hitting the skids, several items have popped up here and here about how there was a plan to spin off a Batman Beyond movie from Flash that Christina Hodson, already in the old DC fold, thanks to the writing of Batgirl and Flash, was penning it. Here are a few details. Hodson pitched her take, which had executives excited and had actually commenced writing when, about 2 weeks after the hires of Gunn and Safran, she was told to stop. Some Bat fans' hearts may break when we tell you, and this is pretty much when they're breaking it down right here, the project was looking to basically reignite that romance between Michael Keaton and, of course, Michelle Pfeiffer, Selena Kyle was going to be reignited right there, which I was kind of hoping there would be a hint of that in the Flash movie. I don't know. But as tough as some of this may sound to some fans, keep in mind that Gunn and Safran can and will, I can't even say that word, some of those heroes. Resuscitate. That's what the word is. So I was like, right at the moment, I was like, what is that word? And, Terry McGinnis would have been part of that. They may bring back Deathstroke, who was a villain in the Ben Affleck, Jeff Johns written Batman movie when Affleck was going to star and direct. Maybe a Jon Stewart Green Lantern movie will finally happen. And Superman and Wonder Woman will return in one shape or another. Whether Cavill and Godot come back, however, will be up to Gunn and Safran. Will be up to them, too, I would say that as well. And then, of course, there's not really much more than that, but that's pretty much what was happening right there. A lot of interesting stuff. Take it all with a grain of salt. Who knows how true everything is. We tend to just be like, we just hear stuff and like, wow, crazy. But you better believe that some of it. Look what James Gunn said in his tweets. There are some truths, some half-truths, and some things that they don't even know if they're actually true. But it's just all very interesting. Apparently, they still want Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. The question is, though, and what I keep on asking is how much longer does she want to be Wonder Woman? That's the question right there. Hopefully she does. Hopefully she still does. But that's the question. Does she still want to remain as a Wonder Woman for the next 10 years? She's already been playing Wonder Woman for what, the past almost decade? I mean, she got cast in what, 2014, 15? So it's been about 7 years. So it's just really up to her if she wants to do that. And then the whole thing put a bad taste in her mouth when it came to Patty leaving. And God knows if that's even true. And then there's the whole Jeff Johns thing too, which I found pretty interesting when it came to that. I'm kind of wondering if one of these execs, maybe DeLuca, is kind of going like, we don't want that guy. And he's helping you with this. We don't want this pitch. It doesn't sound good. Obviously, there was rumors going around talking about how they were going to resurrect Steve Trevor again in a Lazarus pit or something like that, but he was going to be evil. I don't know. There's just, who knows what is true right now. We're all just having a discussion. We'll talk about it more tonight on the Vodka stream, so make sure you tune into that, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Other than that, guys, smash that like, thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, do all that stuff, and I'll talk to you guys later.